Hi, here we are today. I'm Alan Wood, and I'm here with Jerry Vasile from Gallo and Mike Evangelo, and here we are to talk about the beginning of the contract. The first part of this, Jerry talks about the property. Okay, so here's where we as agents fill in the address, the town it's in. If it's in a village, maybe you put that, but also you will fill in information about the lot size, what buildings are included, if there is a separate pole barn, anything like that. So we go through this part, and we also put the tax count number of the parcel that's being sold. So this kind of just itemizes the property that's being sold in a little more detail. And so that's the beginning part of this section here. And then it goes on a little bit to tell us what else does, Jerry.
It also includes seller's representations. And basically the seller is representing to the buyer that one, he is the true owner of the property. He's the title owner or has the authority via power of attorney to execute the contract. It's also representing, the seller is representing that they are not in bankruptcy, because if they're in bankruptcy, then they are not permitted to sell the property under the bankruptcy laws. And lastly, that the seller has sufficient funds, or the sales price will produce sufficient funds that will cover paying any mortgage that may be on the property, plus all seller's expenses that are associated with closing the transaction.
And some of those just might include, like, obviously sometimes the realtor's fees, but those are all negotiable. Also
realtor's fees, cost of the instrument survey map, redate of an abstract of title, some transfer tax to the state of New York, and then
of course you
attorney's fees.
have to pay the attorneys, and each side has their own attorney here in New York State. The buyer has their own attorney, the seller has their own attorney, and there would be a third attorney if there's a mortgage involved. That would be the bank attorney, and that is usually paid for by the buyer on those. So that's our section, this section of the contract, and just we'll head to the next one shortly.